Hello everybody, thank you for joining me for part 3 of your weekend love reading for the weekend of April 17th to April 19th, 2020. This reading is going to be for Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. This can apply to any of those placements you have in your chart. Even if you don't have those placements, you'll have them in one of your houses. So that said, I do implore you to have your chart open while we do this reading. Keep in mind, time and energy are fluid, so these messages can apply to you, another person, or vice versa. Don't force it if it doesn't fit. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But that said, I hope you have had a beautiful weekend, or beautiful week, excuse me. I did just put out the collective weekly reading. I will have that in the description, as well as parts 1 and 2 for these weekly love readings down there too. But yeah, I'm going to take a deep breath to connect deeper with my higher self, spirits, and I do implore you to do the same. Call it the spirit to place on myself and anyone watching this to hear, see, and know anything we need to hear, see, and know for the weekend of April 17th to the 19th, 2020, in love, keeping in mind this can apply at any time you watch it. Hello Sagittarius, hope you're doing well. Keep in mind this can apply to any Sagittarian placement you have in your chart. If you're a cross-watcher, I do not judge you, but do keep in mind that while you may not have a Sagittarian placement, you will have Sagittarius in one of your houses. That said, I do implore you to have your chart open while we do this reading. Keep in mind, time and energy are fluid, so these messages can apply to you, another person, or vice versa. Don't force it if it doesn't fit. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. That said, I'm going to do 3 shuffles and get into your energies for the weekend of April 17th to the 19th, 2020 in love, keeping in mind this can apply at any time you watch it. I don't know if that was 1 or 2 shuffles, I think it was 1. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck for you and see what we have for you, Sagittarius. So we have the 8 of Swords reverse, the Magician, the Tower, and the 5 of Wands reverse. I'm going to take this Queen of Swords out here. So we do have the Tower, and I know some people can think that's a scary energy. I feel like it is a very constructive energy. It doesn't feel like a terrible energy. I mean, I feel like whenever the Tower shows up, it's usually the universe orchestrating events in our lives that are going to help us further down our paths. And I feel like whatever's happening for you right now, it's to really get you unstuck. I feel like you may have been feeling stuck, particularly with this 8 of Swords reverse. That's like you're getting out of that stuck energy. When it's in the upright, that's feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling stagnant. But I feel like you've kind of manifested yourself out of this, right? And that's why we see the Magician here. It's like you're starting to see your true power, and the fact that like you were looking to get out of a particular situation with somebody, maybe an air sign you've been dealing with, the Queen of Swords here. But it's as if you cutting this person off, or whatever it is that has happened, maybe somebody cut you off. That was a Tower moment you were needed to get you out of that stuck energy, to get you away from that stagnancy. We're going to go ahead and clarify though, because it looks like some definite changes were being resisted to some extent, whether from you or another person, but it's looking like that has ended. We're going to go ahead and clarify here though. Alright, clarifying the 8 of Swords here, we have the King of Pentacles. Could be dealing with an Earth sign. We have the Star reverse clarifying the Magician. We have the 10 of Cups reverse clarifying the Tower. And we have the Chariots and the 2 of Pentacles reverse, as well as the 6 of Cups reverse. So if we're taking a look at this overall energy clarification, we have the Chariot, 2 of Pentacles reverse, and the 6 of Cups reverse. The Chariot to me represents something that is moving forward, something maybe moving on from something that has happened very quickly. So I feel like something from your past may be either coming back into your life, or something has happened that is causing you to reevaluate what it is your emotional fulfillment looks like. But I feel like more than anything, this situation here is really forcing you to step up into your own power. It's asking you to embody this King of Pentacles status, to become very in control over your own life, Really just learning to take hold of your manifestations and recognize that you do have a lot more power than you may have given yourself credit for in the past. When I see the Two of Pentacles reversed, that to me indicates a sense of not wanting to balance anything or things coming out of balance. It does feel like balance is ending. I mean, not balance is ending, imbalance is ending. And when I see the Six of Cups reversed, it's like you're looking at the past too lightly. You may be feeling very nostalgic. You may be looking at the past in a way that doesn't really fully reflect what it was in the moment you were experiencing it. And there's a sense of really needing to just kind of trust in the flow of things right now. This has been a major theme throughout all of these readings for this weekend, is really just being in the flow and learning to flow with the universe and not really fighting so much in the things that are leaving your life and embracing the things that are coming into your life. We're going to get a closing message here for you though. Yeah, because I'm getting this message here that you're needing to accept the ending with somebody. Maybe this other person was juggling somebody. Maybe you were juggling somebody else. Maybe there was just too many people involved. And while we don't have any third-party energy on the table, that's kind of what I'm feeling here with this Two of Pentacles reverse, Ten of Cups reverse, the Star reverse, and the King of Pentacles. I feel like there's a sense of recognizing the fact that whatever it was going on with this person just was not going right. In the sense of it was very unbalanced, it wasn't bringing any kind of fulfillment, it was causing more difficulties than there needed to be. Let's get a clarifying closing message though. It says the Panda, enjoy the sanctuary of solitude to regain self-esteem and tranquility. I feel like this card does come out a lot for many of the signs, and considering the times we are in and considering the circumstances, it is a very fitting message. Take this time by yourself to really get in touch with what it means to believe in yourself, whether it's believing in your dreams, regaining your own self-esteem, and really just regaining that sense of inner peace in the face of conflict, in the face of uncertainty, and just taking this time to balance yourself out, gain control of your emotions, not let your emotions be the reason you're running wild, saying and doing things that you may regret later. But that said, that is all I have for you, Sagittarius. If you would like to book a personal reading, please send me an email to jzargoshepard@gmail.com. I love you so much. Stay safe and stay calm out there. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, but I will see you in your next reading. Bye-bye. Hello Capricorn, hope you're doing well. Keep in mind this can apply to any Capricorn placement you have in your charts. If you're a cross-watcher, I do not judge you, but do keep in mind that while you may not have a Capricorn placement, you will have Capricorn in one of your houses. That said, I do implore you to have your chart open while we do this reading. Keep in mind that time and energy are fluid, so these messages can apply to you, another person, or vice versa. So don't force it if it doesn't fit. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. That said, we're going to do 3 shuffles and get into your energies for the weekend of April 17th to April 19th, 2020 in love. Keeping in mind this can apply at any time you watch it. Alright Capricorn, what do we have here? We have the Princess of Swords, we have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Emperor, bottom of the deck, Princess of Wands, reverse, we have the Ten of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, no, Ace of Wands, excuse me, then we have Death, reverse. We're going to go ahead and straighten these out for you, get into the energies for the weekend. We do have the Emperor on the table. Can represent a masculine counterpart, can represent your internal masculine energies. Take it as it resonates. I am picking up on somebody else's energy trying to come through for you right now. I feel like there is a new opportunity abound. So it's looking like this Emperor energy that's in your life right now. Maybe you resonate more with the Divine Feminine energy. Maybe you resonate more with the Divine Masculine energy. It's not gender specific, but it does feel like a masculine energy that was coming through. And it is looking like this person is wanting to move forward with a new opportunity, whether with you or whether you wanting to move forward with somebody else. But there's this sense of needing to let other things close out first. It's like there's a waiting period right now, right? It's like being in a waiting room is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this scene of somebody being in the waiting room and they're waiting to be called, and waiting for their name to be called. And there's a need to let these other people go first, right? There's like an order to how this is working out. And while this isn't particularly in the context of an appointment setting, what I am seeing in the context of love, it's as if this person, whether that's you or the other person, is needing to work through some of these situations before moving forward with this Ace of Pentacles with you or somebody new, if this is you with somebody else, right? So when I see the Princess of Wands reversed and the Ten of Swords, it to me tells me there has been some major difficulties with somebody that has maybe just fallen away. It looks like something that just ended, but is the ending of a very long-winded cycle. But the fact that we had the Princess of Swords here tells me there's a sense of illumination, there's a sense of determination within the mind, there is a sense of clarity and understanding what needs to be let go in order to move past this difficult energy. And that's why the Seven of Pentacles is here. The Seven of Pentacles is like a waiting around type of energy. It's where I got their waiting room vision from. It's a sense of needing to wait, but the fact that the Death is in reverse, there's like a apprehensiveness to this transformation trying to take place. I'm going to clarify as well. It's like trying to resist the changes is only going to prolong this waiting period. Okay. Clarifying here, we have the Queen of Wands. Clarifying between these, we have the Temperance reverse. Between these, we have the Five of Cups reverse. Between these, at the bottom of the deck, we have Nine of Cups reverse. Go ahead and pull out the Empress here too, so we have counterparts on this table. So now it could very well speak of a twin flame situation. If you don't resonate with that, no worries. This can apply to your internal masculine energies and feminine energies. So if we're looking at this as an external counterpart situation, again, this is a repetition of the message from earlier, but there is a sense of needing to heal some things. There's a sense of needing to heal some emotional codependency. I feel like there may have been some overzealousness, maybe a little bit too much selfishness, maybe some overindulgence. There seems to be the sense of really learning to let go right now, learning to focus on the internal experience, to heal the wounding, to heal past situations, and to allow yourself to come into a space of balance that is going to allow a counterpart situation to come together more fruitfully. But when I do see the Queen of Wands here, that to me represents somebody who has really tamed their inner beasts, someone who is using this illumination to heal their inner aspects, is having a lot of fun in life. Maybe they're partying a little bit, having some fun with family and friends, but it's a sense of not letting that bring you off balance either. Stop resisting the change by not doing the work. That's what I'm hearing. But we're going to get a closing message here for you. Closing message here for a Capricorn. We have the Cheetah. Cheetah says a decision once made will be followed by unwavering action. So once things are set in motion, there's really no going back, right? If you decide to walk away from somebody, then there's the need to recognize that that is going to set various things in motion. It's like a domino effect of cause and effect, right? So it's kind of recognizing the fact that your consequences do have actions. Whether that's pertaining to this masculine energy or your own internal masculine energy, is learning to take responsibility for yourself and your actions and your emotions, and recognizing the fact that you will have to face particular outcomes of your decisions, right? With that said, that is all I have for you, Capricorn. I love you so much. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please send me an email to jzargoshepard@gmail.com. I love you so much. Stay safe and stay calm out there. Have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, Aquarius. Hope you're doing well. Keep in mind this can apply to any Aquarian placement you have in your chart. If you are a cross-watcher, I do not judge you, but keep in mind that while you may not have Aquarian placements, you have Aquarius in one of your houses. That said, I do implore you to have your chart open while we do this reading. Keep in mind that time and energy are fluid, so these messages can apply to you and another person or vice versa. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Don't force it if it doesn't fit. But that said, we're going to do 3 shuffles and get into your energies for the weekend of April 17th to April 19th, 2020. Keeping in mind this can apply at any time you watch it. Alright, Aquarius, we're going to shuffle the deck, or cut the deck for you, and then see what we have. Okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles reverse, we have the 6 of Cups, we have the 10 of Wands reverse. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles reverse, 3 of Cups. I'm going to leave it there. The message I'm getting here is you really need to bring yourself back into balance. There may have been a third-party situation that has come to an explosive ending. There is a sense of needing to just let go of the balancing. I feel like this is talking to somebody who may be balancing somebody else. I feel like maybe you're in a relationship and you have somebody on the side, and if the other person's not okay with that and you haven't discussed any kind of open relationship type stuff, you got to recognize that this will likely backfire on you in some kind of way. Again, this can apply to another person you're dealing with, but it can also, on the other hand, feel like a very celebratory energy, right? We're looking at this two different ways. Three of Cups to me can also represent celebrating with friends and family. It can be a very celebratory energy. It doesn't always have to be third party. It can really go any which way you take it. But what I'm seeing here is there does seem to be a celebratory energy, right? There's a sense of recognizing the fact that you're kind of leaving behind all of these really old cycles in your life, and that is what is causing you to be celebratory. And the reason I say so is we have the Six of Pentacles. Oh, no, Six of Cups. Can represent a soulmate card, can represent somebody from the past, but what I'm seeing here with this Ten of Wands reversed and the Two of Pentacles reverse is as if you're no longer resisting this change, and particularly with this Five of Pentacles reverse. You're not resisting the change anymore. You're starting to see what the universe has been trying to show you, and you're being applauded by the universe, your spirit guides, or your friends and your family, everybody that's been trying to help you through this for a while now. You're coming to a sense of peace. We're going to clarify for you, though. Okay, who wants to come out? We'll take them. What is it? The Knight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, so it looks like you may be dealing with the water sign. Right, this Knight of Cups here can be somebody coming into your life. Maybe they're just like revived from the dead, coming back from the past and just trying to speak their love into you, tell you how they feel, everything they've been going through. Maybe that's why this celebratory period is here. You're no longer kept in this state of limbo. Maybe you're finally recognizing the fact that this has some potential here, but it does feel like this Ten of Swords here is a little bit worrisome to me in the sense that there does need to be an ending of some kind of cycle that you've been going through with this person, and you need to kind of let those cycles fall away in order for beautiful things to come in between you two. If you do want things to move forward, you're going to kind of have to let go of some of the past energies between you two. You're going to have to let go of the things that they've done to hurt you, but recognizing the fact that you don't have to forget it, and there is no obligation to let go or forgive somebody. You do it at your own pace, but it does help. So we have Death here at the bottom of the deck, Justice reverse, and the Sun. I'm going to go ahead and pull this Four of Wands reverse here, the Ace of Swords reverse here too. So I'm feeling like the reason there may be some delays right now, let's say that this person has come through in your life, or there's somebody new that you're thinking about starting things with, or somebody from the past you want to start with. There is a sense of delay right now, and I feel like that's to get you to see things clearly, because there is a deep transformation taking place, and that's what I'm seeing here with Death. It can be the ending of a situation, but I'm feeling like this is an internal transformation right now, and this is where this new opportunity is going to come from. It's going to come from you standing on a new, deepened foundation within yourself. But with the Justice reverse, there's a sense of needing to let things balance out on their own. And if you have been the one being shady, maybe there has been a shadiness in the relationship, facing your karmic retribution and recognizing the fact that, like, whatever it is you're going through right now is going to come to an end. If it's difficult, it's going to come to an end. Just recognize the ebbs and flows of these types of situations, right? And just recognizing the fact that, like, you can't really make very important decisions if you're not seeing things clearly. And I feel like that's the reason the universe is placing a pause or a delay on your situation right now. It's to get you to go through this inner transformation so that you can see things more clearly, so that if somebody from your past does decide to come through, you're going to see through any of the old tricks in the book that they may have been bringing, right? Clarifying closing message. Okay, what do we have for you, Aquarius? We have the Wolf. It says, listen to your inner wisdom and enjoy the gift of freedom. So enjoy this time of solitude. I mean, quite similar message to most of the signs coming through. Enjoy this time alone. Take this time to just really get in touch with your inner wisdom and let this inner transformation take place. And that's where the wisdom's going to come from. It's going to come from the solitude, from the silence, and from the just processing, and from the transmuting, and from the alchemical, emotional aspects of your experience. With that said, that is all I have for you, Aquarius. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please send me an email to jzargoshepard@gmail.com. I love you so much. Have a beautiful weekend, but I will see you in your next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, Pisces. I hope you're doing well. Keep in mind this can apply to any Piscean placement you have in your chart. If you're a cross-watcher, I do not judge you, but do keep in mind that while you may not have a Piscean placement, you will have Pisces in one of your houses. That said, I do implore you to have your chart open while we do this reading. Keep in mind that time and energy are fluid, so these messages can apply to you, another person, or vice versa. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Don't force it if it doesn't fit. That said, we're going to do 3 shuffles to get into your energies for the weekend of April 17th to April 19th, 2020 in love. Keeping in mind this can apply at any time you watch it. I'm going to cut the deck for you here, Pisces. Alright, so we have the Emperor reverse, we have the High Priestess reverse, the Prince of Cups reverse, Five of Cups reverse, Seven of Pentacles reverse, and Judgment. Can it be a counterpart situation? We do have the Emperor here. Can be a masculine energy, can be your own internal masculine energies. However, we don't have counterparts, and we do have the High Priestess in reverse. So I'm feeling like you're starting to see things clearly right now. When the High Priestess shows up in reverse, that tells me that the veils are being lifted. You're seeing the truth of a situation, you're recognizing things for what they are, and you're kind of in a state of needing to decide whether you want to move forward with somebody. You're not really waiting around for somebody, you're just kind of choosing yourself, taking time to move forward in your own way, letting go of things that aren't healthy for you, and continuing to focus on yourself. But we're going to get a clarification here for you. Could be dealing with the water sign, with the the Prince of Cups, but when it's in the reverse, I feel like there may have been a falling out with somebody. Maybe this Emperor energy is still in their immature emotional phase, and it doesn't feel like a very healthy energy this person is operating out of, but we're going to clarify here. We have the Five of Wands. We do have the Seven of Pentacles reverse again. We have the Magician reverse, bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles, and Judgment. So we have two cards showing up twice. So I am feeling like you also may be judging somebody else too harshly. That's another message coming through. And it's to recognize the fact that like you have been in this place before too, of unhealthiness and toxicity. We all have that capacity. And so I was needing to recognize the fact that like we can't always hold people to their past, and like we can, hold them accountable. But if we're going to do so, we need to acknowledge the fact that we have likely been in that place before too, and understanding that everybody has to go through things at their own pace. That doesn't mean you have to move forward with somebody with this Magician reverse. Like, you have the opportunity to move in a new direction. You do not have to manifest something with somebody. Regardless of whether they're your twin flame or your soulmate, does not mean you have to be obligated to moving forward with them. But the fact that we have the Knight of Pentacles here is telling me that you're kind of on your own conquest right now. You're really recognizing how important it is for you to do what's right for you, but to just let the universe work this out. You don't have to judge them so harshly, but you also don't have to stick around, right? I'm trying to see if there's really any other messages here, but I mean, we have the Five of Wands. This can indicate maybe some kind of difficulties, some kind of conflict you may have had with this person. It can represent a change in the foundation with the relationship, a change within the relationship in general. I feel like the dynamics are shifting. I mean, if we're looking at this in terms of the Emperor, and this is their energy, this is the realization that this person is coming to. They may have judged you too harshly in some degrees. Maybe they've been very, very selfish, and they're just looking at this relationship in a way that was through selfish eyes instead of really giving you the benefit of the doubt, recognizing that you have your own healing process to go through too. And it's recognizing that both of you have a particular way in which you heal, and it needs to be respected and honored, but it does not mean you have to stick around. We're going to get a closing message for you. Very short, succinct messages, so apologies if it was a little short. Closing message here for you, Pisces. It's in reverse. Here we go. We have the Llama. It says, let courage lead you to seek support and overcome a fear of intimacy. So I do feel like this person here, if this is a masculine energy or your own masculine energies, I feel like there is a fear of intimacy in the relationship, and that may be a reason why there has been some type of delay or lack of movement. It's because there is a need to heal the fear of intimacy. And to do so requires you to go back into your past, it requires you to visit some old trauma, it requires you to do a lot of inner work, and that takes time. And so there's a sense of needing to remain patient, to not judge others so harshly, because you never really fully know what it is somebody has been through. While they may have told you or may have an idea, you really never know the extent to which they may be struggling with their own issues. And it's to learn to be patient, not only with yourself, but with other people, right? Within reason, of course. But that said, Pisces, that is all I have for you. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. You stay safe and stay calm out there. This does conclude part 3 of the weekend love readings. I will have part 1 and part 2 as well as the weekly reading in the description. But yeah, I hope you all have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye-bye.